for the first time, so we're gonna see how this works.
Damn, I don't got a little stand for my phone, or else.
Can we hear each other? Are we good?
It's an iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Who's the iPhone? Does it come in the phone?
You got a can.
You get an iPhone 12 Pro Max, it comes with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Would you get a what?
No, it doesn't.
Would you get what model?
Bro, they don't even give you a charger.
Yeah, what the fuck? They're just trying to.
We had this discussion.
Yeah, but they doing a little too much. No, yeah, we good. Hops, you good?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Run it.
I'm ready to go.
How do I pour beer? Everyone says I'm trash. Let me do this.
That's a big ball.
What you
Two
hold?
hands. No homo.
What you holding?
Yes, sir.
Are you left-handed? Oh shit.
Yeah, he's an artist.
Psycho.
That's why your shot was like that.
No, the fuck the. So I write with my left hand, eat with my left hand, throw with my right hand, kick with my right arm, shoot with my left hand.
Whoa.
Kick my right leg.
Shit.
So
If you finger a girl, you right-handed or
right? So if I finger a girl, I'm right-handed. But I'm left-handed for writing and eating.
Ambidextrous there.
Oh no.
But it's not ambidextrous because I can't use both for everything.
I can't beat off with the left.
Oh no.
And I can't beat off. No, I do beat off with the left.
I can't beat off with the left. I can't beat off with the left.
Look at Dino.
Dino definitely acting like a sinister, like a saint.
Hey, we're leaving that part in.
You about to call me a sinner?
I was
Sinister? What are we about to say?
We're leaving that part in. I masturbate with my left hand, just in case anyone was wondering.
This might be an OnlyFans now, bro.
I'm a righty.
Should charge on the OnlyFans though.
Somebody asked us OnlyFans, and you start talking about what you were talking about.
Bro,
So now
we might have to get a side hustle to pay for the podcast.
this is not the this is not the Patreon either.
Top 1% of.
Already hot. Damn.
Somebody said, what kind
There we
of
go.
live? Why we trip? All right, Dino, man, you gotta take control, bro.
I wonder who's like the Jay-Z of OnlyFans and who's like the SoundCloud rappers of OnlyFans. You know, there has to be some OnlyFans girl who's just like the GOAT, who's like making $1 million a month.
Yeah,
son,
but it's
That's Google, bro.
Tax write-off.
Bella Thorne in her not real picture.
I don't know who that
You
is.
see the leaks? Did you look it up?
Did you, Dino? Bella Thorne?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, we're definitely not starting the podcast yet.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that
You're
is.
still live.
There was a couple leaks
You
lately,
can't
bro.
hear it.
They can hear.
That boy
Like,
Trey
Trigger!
Songz, yeah, that boy was trending all over Twitter, bro.
You found it?
Did I find what?
Oh, is that what he did?
The
He
sex
did.
tape.
Why?
He did a sex tape.
Everybody
or,
wants to see sex tape. You
or-
can find someone's sex tape.
or a dick pic.
I'm not looking. Why would
What
I?
happened? I don't
Yo,
even know what
this
happened.
might be
Hey,
an
no homo.
This might be an OnlyFans.
You
bro.
looking for dick pics?
Oh my goodness.
I just didn't know what happened. I just heard about Trey Songz. I didn't continue to investigate into it. You feel
okay.
me?
So you looked?
No.
tape?
Last
Oh.
sex tape I seen from a celebrity, actually, I think it's Ray J's.
Oh, so trash.
It was garbage. It was too much talking.
Is watching
Every
porn,
time I whipped my dick out ready to beat, I was like, they're talking.
you know what's kind of weird when you're watching porn is another
you
man's
laughed.
it's another man's penis in the porno.
Oh,
You know what's wild?
What?
The only reason I went live was because I wanted to share the fact that I'm a father. And I picked the worst night to do this because
These are like all reasons why you would be a father. It's porn. We're talking about sex.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Full
were
circle.
It's the
having
birds and the
sex.
bees talk.
Nah, this is too much already, bro. I wanted to because the thing is I wasn't able to respond back to everybody. I wanted to go ahead and just let it be.
Bro, I
known.
think you might crack 1,000 likes.
I like I said,
You were like 500 last time I saw. That was like an hour in.
once again, I haven't even checked. I wanted to go ahead here and respond to everybody, but now we're talking about sex. Now I feel like we're on the OnlyFans.
All right, let's get into it. Let's go.
Tell them to pay us. What are we charging? 20 a month?
973 likes. God damn.
Hold on what?
Is that on Facebook or
That's an
Instagram?
announcement on Facebook.
On
Oh,
Facebook.
that.
Damn,
on
I've
Facebook
never had
easy.
1,000 likes.
That wasn't even a pro pick.
You guys have had 1,000
the
likes
same
on
jacket,
a
though.
Facebook.
Not on Facebook. Instagram.
Nah.
Still had the same.
You cracked 1K on a photo.
On Instagram?
Which one?
Like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, the black is beautiful when you got like 3K, didn't you?
Nah,
That was a lot.
And the other one.
Or like you got like 1,800 or something. I feel
It's like when the people want to be pro-black for me, they
that's when
like
you
it.
get the love. Yeah,
It's like, shit, what happened to other photos? I got 290 on.
that's their black square. That's their black. That's their version of the black
Like-
square.
Like we liked James's one photo, but we did not like that other one.
No, that's-
Okay, hold on. We can get right into this. Well, we should intro the pod, but what happened? Where's all that?
Wait,
Where's,
how much liquor have you had?
not that much.
He chugged one beer. And
God damn.
Like a 4.3 percenter.
No,
All right, let me tell people what they're doing first.
I'm not.
you got to party. You got to party with me.
Oh man.
bro. If I wish I could show y'all the can.
You have
he's
to
holding
party
right
with
now.
me. Partying with me is something else.
Look at this can.
He's holding an identity crisis. That's what it's called. The
That's
beer
an-
is called Identity Crisis.
It's an infinity stone.
Okay, Dino.
It's a crowler from Little Thistle.
Dino, intro the fucking podcast. We're running out of battery.
All right, man. What it do, what it is, what it be. Welcome everybody once again. This is the Five Mics Podcast, episode 28.
I think it's 28.
28.
Yeah, it's
Marshall
28.
Clark, what up?
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks you guys for tuning in. We got the homies here again. We got James, we got Monte, Io, Tim, and I am Dino. Want to shout out all the YouTube viewers. Who else? Spotify.
Yeah, we on StreamYard
We're
right
streaming
now.
live right now.
We on
Certain
StreamYard.
places.
Tim is on his Facebook Live, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna drop this episode tomorrow, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Working me.
All right. Well, how you guys doing? We got a couple things that happened.
Well.
Good, man. Undefeated champ, you said? Oh, I thought that's what you said, James.
No, I got some competition for your ass.
Ooh.
It ain't me.
Clearly it's not.
So yeah, Monte did get off to a race right now with the beer chugging. He's a professional beer chugger, I guess. So I got two people I'm gonna send to him. I just tagged him on IG. My girl Allie and my boy Haidar. Smoke this dude, please. Because he got the Toretto. He got that Toretto engine.
He
That dude hit the NOS.
He got us.
He hit the NOS
he
button
got us.
on a beer chug.
Yeah, man. That's,
Yeah, it's on the Five Mics. If you want to see the chug contest, it's on the Five Mics pod
No homo.
page.
He got a straight deep throat.
what the?
Oh my God.
You can't.
That's not say that.
No, how that works.
Oh my God.
Damn it, man.
That's not how that
Alright.
works.
All right, I'm
Yo.
getting better at this.
Thank you,
That's not how
thank you
any of
everybody for
this
tuning
works.
in to the Fire Mics
I thought I
Podcast.
was getting
It's a
better at this.
wrap.
Fastest episode ever.
Yeah, I just
Like IO's sex experience.
Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Actually, when I get lit, boy.
It's on and
can-
popping.
Oh, 4 or 5 rounds.
Oh,
Easily.
speaking
Deep
about
throat?
on and popping, let's give some congratulations
Multiply
to
that.
some congratulations to Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's kick it off that way.
Tim,
All right.
Tim, tell us your
That
news.
was a wild segue, bro.
we talking to you, Tim.
bro. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get off the StreamYard real quick.
Oh my
Well,
God.
let me
Every time he
fill in the void.
clear
because
out
he don't
for
wanna say it
Tim, he does
himself.
not.
So Tim is an expecting father. Due date is August
24th.
24th. So 8/24. Shout out for the numbers. Dino's favorite player, my favorite player, one of my favorite players,
That is
Kobe.
dope.
Mamba mentality.
I'm my favorite player, but
All right, whatever.
I
Dude.
fuck with Kobe.
Hold on. I'm doing this real quick.
Bro, stop looking at that. Pay attention.
All right. Well, Tim brought his little baby Nela jacket in today, and he wore it in celebration of the fact that he's expecting a child. So they use the same jacket, him, his lady, and the baby.
Yeah.
So
One size
pretty
fits
cool.
all.
Do we want to
where'd
do
you guys get it?
do
Like,
we want
yeah?
to do something do we want to do something heartwarming?
Let me hear what you got.
Do me and Monte want to talk about having our kids and how dope it is?
I'm gonna check out.
Cry on the
Hey,
pod,
sup?
man.
We want to do some happiness.
We're already gonna be crying over.
We gotta give
900 people didn't like my shit.
we have to give them some parenting advice. We gotta give them some help.
All right. So I'm officially going live. Again.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So here's the thing. Because you guys knew, right?
Mhm.
So the hardest part about it is just keeping a poker face. And so it was one of those things where like Mela wanted to scream it to the top of her lungs, bro. She wanted to tell everybody. I personally was like, you know what? I just want to tell my people, keep it moving. Or I was like, we can tell everybody. I don't really care. Like for me, it was just the inevitable is going to happen, right? But so here's how the day I found out on, I want to say it was Saturday, December 19th. And that was it was right after work. That was that same night where I did that photo for Canadian Hockey where Mac was talking about support local. So then I was out front with my mask on. I had no idea, right? She hasn't told me nothing. So we're going home, and then we eat. We're sitting there chilling. I go upstairs to go change. All right. So this is where it gets really funny. So, because everybody's coronavirus, all this stuff, and like I don't know what's going on. So I'm upstairs. She goes, babe, go look in the bathroom. I'm like, look in the bathroom. What am I looking in the bathroom for? Right. So I walk into the bathroom. There's these two things. Now that I know they're pregnancy tests. At the time, I thought it was like a thermostat or thermometer or whatever. Because I thought maybe like she had
Some
coronavirus.
COVID. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there going like, oh, she about to tell me she got coronavirus. And so then I'm so stupid. I'm gonna stand up because this is exactly how it went down. So like I'm staring at this thing.
Are you still sitting or standing?
So why we gotta do that? Why we
I
gotta?
knew that shit was going to
Why we
happen.
gotta? See, why we gotta do that? No, so I'm sitting there. I'm standing there now. Damn, you got me tripping. I don't know if I'm sitting there standing. I'm staring at this thing, right? And so I'm looking. She got two of them. So I'm staring. And I'll be honest with you, I have zero clue what I'm looking at. I'm staring. I look over at her, and like she's like cracks this smile, and you can see like a little tear running down her face. And then I look back at this thing. I'm still going, what in the blue hell am I looking at? Like, this makes no sense to me, right? So I see one line, and then I see another line, and then I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
No. You know what I mean? Because for some reason,
You didn't think it worked?
what'd you say?
You didn't think it worked?
What worked?
What do you mean for some reason?
No, what are you saying?
You didn't think it worked?
I know what you're saying, but just say it.
Your tools?
I didn't think they worked, bro. Dog,
So the tools work.
son, I did not think them tools worked, bro. And so then
Did you cry?
check this out. I look at it, right? Then I look at her, and then she's like smiling, crying. I hugged her, bro. Waterfalls, right? I'm just, I'm like, what the? I'm like ugly crying because I'll be ugly crying. And then I thought I was like Jordan, bro.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Whitcomb?
Stop, Michael.
I thought I was like Michael Jordan, bro. I laid on the ground, and I'm sitting there like I'm holding like a championship trophy, like when he was in the locker room, and I'm just crying. And it was, bro, I'm sorry, dog. I thought, hey, because the wildest part about it was just like,
Shut up, Monte.
what do you say?
He's still laughing.
Why you crying? He cried. Hold on. Monte cried. Monte cried.
He's still laughing.
Monte
He's still laughing.
Why Monte really crying, yo? He really crying,
He's
G.
still laughing at the Whitcomb.
I'm not even. Nah, so yeah, man, like it was. And this whole entire time, we told our family, obviously, and they're all supportive of it. And like after a couple weeks, we ended up telling really, really, really close friends, things like that, and close family. And just since then, and that's kind of where the whole kick happened with Instagram. And if I'm going to share one of the videos from a couple weeks ago where I pretty much gave it away. I think I was in the car in a suit or a turtleneck or whatever it was, and I was talking about, you know how you get great news, and then all of a sudden, so like I think the people who were parents caught up on that thing quick, because I had a few people hit me up like, "Oh, you about to be a father?" And I was like, "Man, what you talking about?" Because this whole time I've been keeping a poker face,
Right.
and so I was telling Mela earlier, I was going, the best part about this right now is for one, I don't gotta hide it, and then for two, I've always embraced being corny. Like it's always been a thing where I don't really care, right? So now I'm ready for dad jokes. I'm ready for just any of that stuff because realistically, man, I think like it hasn't even happened yet. I seen the ultrasound last week. Best news ever. Like real talk. I mean, I know you've experienced it. You have Dino and Hops, y'all haven't gotten there yet, but it's I don't know. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Take to the
I always
practice.
wanted to be a father, and like before I ever had kids, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be there in my kid's life like 1,000,000,000%. Like for me, it never like the idea of like being a deadbeat dad, like that was just something that was not even like in my universe. It's like
thing.
it's like it's my kid.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
why wouldn't I? It's
Yeah.
mine,
Yeah.
right? Like I have to. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And one thing you're gonna realize is like for me, I was already working, grinding, everything like that. But as soon as the kid came, my grind level went from 10 to 10,000. And it's just like you think of everything through the lens of how it's going to affect them. And it's like it's strange for the first time. But even when you have parents, you have your brothers and siblings and everything like that, you care about them. When you have a kid, it's like, oh yeah, you literally care about them more than you. It's like if it's between you and them, like it's them easily. You don't even have to think about it. So yeah, it's a kind of love that's on a whole different level for sure.
Yeah, for real. So I'll say congrats. I shall say it again. I think he said the good part of it. The bad part of it is that all the like movies that you've seen or whatever, like videos on Facebook that you kind of look and you just got to scroll through, like that has to do with like kids and stuff like that. It hits you way different after that. Kids didn't just like it'll tug on the heartstrings and everything. Like little kid, anything happens, a kid falls outside. You're like, oh shit, damn! Like you think about your kid every single time. So,
well, you know, and the crazy thing is, because we watched American Skin over the weekend, and watching that movie, for those who haven't seen it, highly recommend it.
sure.
But just like what you just said right there, the entire time I'm watching this movie, I'm over just in the back of my head now is because for so long it was just you worry about yourself, you worry about your siblings or whatever it is, and then you get in relationships, you worry about significant other, but then just worrying about a kid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So watching this movie and I know Hops was gonna go on a tangent here about how he didn't like it, but the aspect, and remember my response in the group chat, I was going, well, you're not a father, you're not gonna get it.
Right.
But just thinking about that kind of stuff, man, it's just like, yo, this is real, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. That's one thing you never experienced.
Definitely want to say congrats again. We know we said it a few times, but on air now people can hear it. That's wonderful, man. Like, obviously no kids over here, but I'm a part of a lot of kids' lives, and I know how much you can affect them. So just being, in that situation is going to be great. I think it'll be a great father, of course. Blessings, whatever you can do, diaper party, baby shower, hit me. I'll pull up. You already know.
Yeah, what are we doing for the diaper party, bro? We have to do something.
All that stuff is during the summer too.
Yeah, and the world's gonna be back open too.
When's the due date? Do you know the exact
August 24th.
August. That's all summer
prime
stuff.
time.
And I already got my Tyrese body coming.
Oh God.
And I'm already sitting next to
who?
Yeah, man. My kids. Hey, bro, this dude has been flexing this whole entire time, bro.
Nah, bro, this is natural, bro.
This dude.
I'm in the gym with it.
We know you in the gym with it.
Well, don't get fucked.
We're all in the gym.
What the? What's that?
I'm on a couple chugs.
God damn.
I told one of my guys. I was talking to my guy earlier. I told him. I straight up said. I said, you know what? I said I'm so lucky that like a lot of my guys already. Yo, Io out here.
You want to drink too?
Io out here like Stone Cold Steve Austin. No, but what I was telling them was, I'm so lucky that I feel like I was last to the party, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I can go to Monte, I can go to Io, I can go to JV, I can go to Alex, I can go to a bunch of people and just kind of like just talk to them about this, because I could have told you right now, if this would have happened to me first, if I would have been first to the dance, 10 years ago, whatever it was, it wouldn't be the way it is right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just dope though, man. It's just I'm obviously not there yet, but the big thing though is for everybody just really asking for prayers, positive energy, good energy, things like that.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where like the best part about being able to just put it out there now is you have people that can put that good energy out there for you. So that's really what we want. So, and she gonna be amazing too. Y'all know that. Oh, of course.
Word. Yeah, she was already prepping, man. She was watching those kids at the flag.
I saw the way she was with my kid. My kid loved her. Loved her. That's all she was talking about the next day after Mela was watching her.
She don't like my dog though, so that's on the record. She gonna hear this too. She don't like my dog. She better get real familiar.
Who, Mela?
Yes.
Real familiar with what?
Fucking hot.
Bro, that dog almost ruined the shoot we did.
That dog brought the smiles to that shoot.
Bro, we were in the chat talking about something. I was like, yeah. So I had Nivea for like a long time. I was going through budgets. He's like, yeah, man, me and Hobbs. I'm like, no, bro. Like, no, it's not the same.
I want to feel included too.
Yeah.
Bro, you're a dog dad.
I'm a dog dad.
We taking that simple little shoot at the crib, and all of a sudden Hops pull up, and all of a sudden I'm like, bro, get this dog out of here.
And y'all start smiling bigger than ever, man.
Nah, and I'll tell you right now, he must have licked the bottom of my chin because I seen the photo. It looked like I had some gray hairs down here. That was from him, bro. I ain't got no grays. What you looking at, bro?
Huh?
I don't have any grays. I just don't have any hair. So.
Oh shit.
All right.
But yeah, we should get into.
Y'all want to go?
Go ahead.
Want to go American Skin, or you guys want to go sports real quick? The
Let's
Super Bowl this
American
weekend.
Skin.
I was going to
Go American Skin. I haven't seen it.
Oh, we do
Fill it in for me. Put on a spoiler.
So, all right, the American Skin.
Put on a spoiler alert because I didn't know what happened. Just tell me what happened.
I'm not going to do a spoiler alert.
Well, I
or
want to
anything
know what
like
happens.
American
Say
Skin.
spoiler alert so if people are watching it, they can skip it. I want to know what happens.
No, because I'm not that kind of guy. I'm like,
nigga, if you
hands
say
down.
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert means
If-
you can skip it.
Yeah, you can skip this part if you do not want to hear the spoiler.
So say
alert.
But
spoiler. I
the
want to hear
thing
what
about
happened.
the movie, why it didn't gravitate and hit me hard like everybody said it did to them. There was nothing in that movie that was like new information that I've never seen, heard, or even like talked about amongst anybody that I've had a chance to have a conversation with.
Yeah.
Like everything in that movie was in it. And I was like, damn, dude, there's like not a moment that's coming up. The cellmate beats up the cop, the police officer. Nothing happened to that police officer. Like he like they should have like killed him. So there was like no deaths in that movie except for his son.
So you wanted more.
What?
No, like I wanted like bloodshed. Like the preview, the previews showed bloodshed. It felt like bloodshed.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Like it was the whole point. Like, yo, that's what they do.
Yep.
They go and kill people. Like, we don't need to do that. I just want justice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he literally said, and he's like, "I'm tired of talking. We're tired of talking. We're tired of talking." Fool, you just talked.
Yeah, but he
actually everybody else talked. It was an
Well,
open
you did.
discussion.
You definitely missed the point. The fact that he had the
Took
whole
over.
whole plan was to do this, and at the end of the day, no
Not-
matter
no
how
kill.
hurt he was not going to kill this guy. And his brothers, his
Can someone
friends and
briefly
all this,
explain
like,
the plot for me?
That's what I was gonna do. All right.
Yeah.
So
go.
So a guy gets pulled over with his son, 14-year-old, right? Son starts trying to record. Cop, it was two cops. Cop tells him to get out the car. There's a little argument over putting the phone down, and he ends up shooting him, and the kid dies. Fast forward about a year and a month or something like that. They have the trial. The cop gets acquitted, of course, per usual. The dad got asked to do like a documentary about him, like by this college kid regarding this case. So the guy's walking around recording them, asking them questions. So one day they're like going to the courthouse. The cop stopped, or the guy, forgot his name, but the main guy stops at a house. We don't know what house it was. I thought he was about to go pick up some drugs.
Yeah.
But he goes in and kidnaps the captain of the police department.
Okay.
So he makes the kid and his little crew, camera crew, drive everybody to the city hall. Goes in there, AKs. He has like probably 15, 20 people with him with AKs. He's
Bro, he
an
has
ex-Marine.
Ghost with him.
Yeah, he's an ex-Marine. So
Amari
they
Hardwick.
got body armor, they got AKs
Yep.
and all that shit. So anyway,
Go.
they hold it up. It's only like 20 cops in there, so they managed to get the cops. They handcuff them, and then they put the cop that shot the kid on trial, and they use the cellmates that are in there. So it's just a jail. It's not a prison. So they use the people that are booked for nonviolent crimes to be the jury, I should say, and the cops are there to watch. But it's an open discussion. So instead of like just
The Hispanic dude is so annoying in that movie, bro.
But the worst part about
No,
that
he was
movie,
great.
You let
he
him-
sounds
great.
anarchy.
You let him finish.
Yeah. So it's open discussion. You got, like you said the Mexican cop, and then there's a Mexican like essay was speaking in Spanish. I don't know what the fuck he was saying because I ain't had the captions because I was getting
Ain't-
shit for free.
No, they didn't give us that.
That fucked it up.
Oh, it didn't? Oh, okay.
No, that
But
fucked it up.
you kind of could infer what he was saying. He was
No,
like,
you
yo, you're a
can't.
piece of
My
shit. Like, you're
African
one of me.
brother.
Why are you talking like that? But
What?
so they had some white people there as jury and all that shit. But so eventually they tell the guy that they found him guilty. So the guy pulls out a gun, puts him on his knees in a homo, says, I want you to call your mom first. Calls his wife and his kid. Calls his wife and his kid, say, I don't think I'm gonna come home. She starts crying, he hang up. Shoot my phone, I'm not shooting y'all. He cocks the gun, he fired. He pulls the trigger. No bullet in there. Everybody goes fucking crazy. He's like, I just wanted you to know how I felt, how I felt, what I'm saying, for the last year. So whatever, he's like, all right, I'm letting everybody go. So this part was dope until the fucking end. I was pissed, threw my fucking computer.
Bro, he was gonna walk him out, and then he got fucking sniped.
So the cop is like, so everybody's walking out. The cop is like, I want to walk. This is the first time like I feel like I understand. You know what I'm saying? Or first time I'm questioning everything or something like that, right? That's what he said, right?
Something like that.
Right.
First time I'm questioning everything. That's exactly what he said. So I want to walk out with you. So the cop is walking out with the dad, right? Hands up.
Screaming that
Sniper.
The cop is even saying, he's like, I'm walking out, he's unarmed, we're fine. Right. He's unarmed, walked out.
And the main black guy gets killed,
gets shot
by like the SWAT.
Sniper.
By the SWAT. Walk one step, gets shot in the head.
Okay, that fills me in on what I need to know.
I really just spoiled all of that.
Hold on. You pretty much gave away the whole thing, but now
he gave a spoiler alert. It's fine.
He gave it away.
He wanted a whole synopsis, but we can get into it.
Go ahead, Tim.
Here's the thing, though. When it ended, and the fact that, hey, we're talking about a death that happened, and then, hey, here's the guy with sports.
But that's how it really is, though.
See, if that didn't get you, bro,
but they were talking about
that got me. That part got me. No, that part had got me. That part got me. The movie got me. But everybody talking about they cried. I didn't cry. I couldn't cry. I didn't know what it was.
You must be numb to it then.
I didn't cry either.
I kid you not, bro. I don't think I really have tears from movies.
G Baby.
All right.
But that was when I was young, though.
Right. That was the last time I cried a movie was G Baby.
Like, how young was I, though?
Yeah. See, and I kind of had a feeling that the movie was gonna have like that level of like a conclusion, or that level of a takeaway, and that's what we were talking about in the chat earlier. Like one of my main issues with like the media, the way that they address Black people and our problems. It's like, yeah, these things really do happen, but it bothers me that so many of like the portrayals of Black people or the stories that get highlighted are always of us getting shot.
Right.
They're always of us getting pepper sprayed, getting tased, getting mobbed, getting beat up by police. And it's like, how come the ratio, I know the answer, but it's like, how come the ratio of showing positive messages for like how we could fix the community are pales in comparison to people getting shot? Like, yes, Black people get shot, but you know what happens what happens all the time? A young kid from an inner city school gets accepted to an Ivy League college. Black people are starting businesses. Whole neighborhoods of Black people are starting businesses. People are getting scholarships. People are being entrepreneurs. People like, like people like Dino, who did get love in the press for like doing things where he's molding the youth. Like, I just want to see an equal balance of representation. And sometimes it's like, I've seen people who, it's like I saw this picture on Instagram the other day, and it was basically this white woman who was married to a Black guy, and it's with their kid, and they put a picture up, and it was like Black History Month, and the picture of the kid was held up to like a brick wall, and the sign said I can't breathe. I'm like, what kind of, like, I get it, but what kind of message is that holding your infant baby next to a sign that says I can't breathe?
Right. And
it's like negative karmic energy you're putting into that. And that's what I don't like.
Yeah. And this is all like perfect too, because if we like go back a year ago to last Black History Month to 2021's Black History Month, like how is the Black man's mental capacity right now and like his mental health? I feel like I'm like at a loss of words half the time, when people like ask me questions like, how am I doing? I really don't know how to respond. Like my mind says, tell them this. But like inside, I'm like, I really don't want to get into it because I feel like it'd be like an hour-long conversation of me dominating that conversation.
Right.
So
the Floyds, even like just recently now, the cop killing in Ohio. They killed a man. This dude walked up to him in his garage, killed him in 10 seconds. He sat on the ground dying for 10 minutes before they checked on him to make sure he wasn't dead. Kind of stuff like that. It's like, damn, I don't know what to think half the time. The Rochester, New York, maced my 9-year-old daughter. Are you crazy? Yeah. Like, she's 9. Stop acting like a child. Fool, I am a child.
You know the thing that bothers me about that story? If we're being 100% honest with ourselves, what would the media coverage be had that story happened before January 20th? Would it be any different?
Oh, it totally would.
If she got pepper sprayed in Trump's America, would it have got more coverage?
Yeah.
But now what they're going to do is one thing I told you is like, I fear it's only been a little bit into the administration, but like, even we're talking in the chat, I'm talking to Tim, I'm talking to you guys. I'm like, you've heard that story. Tim's like, it's like, what story? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something like that should be front page news. But now I feel like when you're out of the administration, you want to be like, okay, racism is a problem, but you want to get in and you want to look like racism, you're fixing it once you're in. We're in office, so racism is going down. But it's like, no, racism is not going down.
No, but the thing is, I understand where you're coming from.
Well, here's what I'll say. I'll let you go. But like, are you going right? We'll say this: in your heart of hearts, do you think we're going to get more light to these issues, or do you think things are going to get swept under the rug?
I don't think it has anything to do with the president, like the government wise, because the same thing. I love country music.
Right.
We were just talking about Morgan Wallen, where what's funny? It's music. Where he just in a video came out that he used the N-word in the way, in the context of him using it in the sentence that he used. You can tell this is something that he says all the time.
Right.
It's supernatural, and it just came out like that. People say, oh, he was drunk. Yeah, he was drunk, and so it took away all those filters that would be like, oh, I can't say this right now.
Right.
And his neighbor was recording, so the way that he said it, you know it was natural.
Right.
Music is really good, like all that, but American country music, like he's ineligible to get their awards. His labels, he's like co-signed to 2 labels. Both them dropped him. They're like, no, we can't do that. The biggest name in like radio for country music is Bobby Bones.
Okay.
And so Bobby Bones and like they're friends. And he was saying like, no, we're not playing your music. The apologies that you've put out have been
mediocre.
empty. Yeah, like they're just like somebody wrote those for you and just read them. He's like, so hopefully we need to take a step away from you. Hopefully you learn from that. But that story's out there. But then on the other hand, there's people that are like, oh, Morgan Wallen said something. Like, so it's like when you said about the young girl, 9 years old, it should be front page. And on the other half, Morgan Wallen saying this, and it's kind of like swept under the rug, where it's like, unless you really know and all that, people that don't.
So yeah, I think Monte for like bringing that Morgan Wallen to the light, because like I don't really covet country music. I listen to all kinds of music, but I literally don't covet that. Whereas like it'd be like on my front page radar. But now I really don't want to listen to country music because it's how I was feeling in the first place. Is I thought that like country music tends to travel further into smaller cities.
Yeah.
And it's like smaller cities are always thinking about not liking black people anyways. Like the ones that are around us.
Yeah.
You know, I will not mention them, you know. I mean, should I?
Go ahead.
Chatfields and shit like that. Like,
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
you know, it's like
that makes
Stewartvilles
That
and
makes sense because when
Sombrotas and things like that.
Lil Nas X, when his song hit #1 in country charts, everybody, you know, well, not everybody, but the majority of, you know, country music listeners were like, that's not country music.
Right.
He can't make a country song. It was because he was a black dude.
Or
like,
even not even that. Even like when like a country song makes it on the pop charts. It's 1:15. Oh, Lady Antebellum, that ain't country. Nigga, that shit country to me.
Yeah.
I ain't banging that in my car. But if I go to the club or the bar and they play it like the last song of the night, I know the words.
Yep.
Because I need to know the words.
Yeah. It wasn't so much about the president, but like my problem with it's the media, right? So like the media turns the dial up and down on racism whenever they feel like it, right? It's like, oh, all of a sudden, like here's what I think. There's a consistent level of racism that is prevalent. There's still a large race, always.
Yep.
It's constant. So like what I don't like is when it's like, oh, now racism is at 10. Now all of a sudden racism is at 1, 2, 3. It's like, no, it's always at like a hard 8. Put it there, right? Just let it ride. But I digress. And you know, that's always the thing I've come back to on every single podcast. It's like I want the solutions. And the fucked up part about it is the solutions are boring. Nobody wants it's not sexy to talk about the solutions, but
Damn.
I don't know.
Conspiracy. Everything's planned. So who's going to be the next president was already planned. So let's hype up this racism.
Yep.
Put all this up here while Trump's in office. Now that he's not, let's show less, make it seem like everything else is changing. Pandemic is going down, 44% down for new cases with COVID. Damn, Io is on some. Okay.
No, dude. I'm glad COVID is reducing, receding, getting lower. I've heard of people like removing mask mandates in certain, like in Milwaukee, in my home state, they just removed the mask mandate. Like their cases are way down. I don't know if they should have done all that, but now everything is reopening.
They took the mask away.
Yeah, they took away the mask mandate.
Maybe in Milwaukee, but when I was just on the airplane,
It just happened today.
they made me put on 2 masks.
Did you have to wear 2 masks?
Dude, I was like getting on. I literally gave her my boarding pass, and she was like, "You don't have a second mask?" I was like, "No, I don't." Here you go. Gave me a second mask, and I was like, "Yo," and I get on a plane. I'm the only one on there with double mask. So I was like, I think it's a selective thing, but at the same time, I was like, "Yo, if you're gonna keep me safe and healthy, yeah, give me that mask." And here I am today. I'm good. I'm
2
solid.
masks.
Dude, I'm hoping that motherfucker look like Bane.
They've done so many weird things with COVID, so as to make
like you're in power.
to make you.
Oh, shit.
It is your victories that have defeated you, Batman.
You were born in the dark. I'm merely adopted.
The darkness is your ally. I was born.
Oh my god.
All right.
Like Bane.
But no, what else do we want to touch on? We wanted to touch on Black History Month and like how people take it seriously, or like how we were brought up, taught about it, how it's kind of trivialized. Dino, you haven't talked in a minute. Put up Tim either, but Dino, let's cut to your camera and talk about like Black History Month.
Camera.
Cut to you, Bob. And anyways, but tell us like your
is that Greg Gumbel ass motherfucker.
your upbringing with like Black History Month, like what it means to you, like shit we should share.
It doesn't really mean. I think it's great that we have it, because it kind of forces people to look at historical Black figures.
Should we have to force them?
Instrumental, yes, because that's the only way you people learn. Like, what you mean? They force us to learn about Abraham Lincoln and all those guys. Same thing. So, obviously, we've all been out of school for a while, so we don't know what they do these days. But coming up, we definitely highlighted it a bit. I think mainly in history. Maybe we called it language arts. I think you guys called it English.
I don't want to call it. I don't want to cut you.
I really can't remember.
But you are.
But I just graduated.
Oh my god!
So I ain't been out of school for a long time. Nothing.
Whoa, we should have been.
Wow.
Man, Wilder.
So it doesn't mean too much for me. I don't think I think it's cool. Like I said, like being able to get this knowledge about people that you might not have even thought about or heard about, and then they look like you, so that's cool. And of course, it's usually going to be in the past because that's how things work. Like I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like I know what happened yesterday, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It sucks that it's a short day. They gave us President's Day during this month too, whatever, or Lincoln's birthday, whatever it is. But it's cool. I used to like the Black History Month shoes that Nike used to drop. Rest in peace. But yeah.
Yeah, man. I dropped some questions, about Black history. Mainly saying, do you remember what you learned about Black history outside of February back in school?
Hey, hold up. Get off your phone, guys.
You're right.
Stop.
Yeah.
Substitute IO.
the one
the fuck up the video.
You did sound like a teacher. The
Like
majority,
Finster from Recess.
The majority of people said no, they didn't remember the stuff that they learned outside of February. I asked, could you name 3 historical Black scientists or inventors without looking it up. Majority said no. There was some
Some name white ones.
True. There were some people that said, yeah, but I'm looking. I'm like, could you really? But the biggest thing I asked for me was kind of Io kind of mentioned it, which led me to ask the question. Was like, I asked if you've learned more about bad things happen to us in Black history than the good that we've done, and 79% have said yes. So it goes back to you saying that the bad shit is what they want to show. Like they don't say, oh, celebrate someone did this Black kid got all these scholarships to this school. It's more focused on
The negativity.
the negativity, the bad stuff. But my question off that is that isn't that what we want them to learn? Like then people ask us, oh, what do you want me to learn? Why do you want me to feel this way? Why do you feel this way when the N word is said or something like that? Because this is the history that happened to us. So
I still can't get over the fact that we have to conversate about stuff like this still to this day. Because even LeBron James a couple of days ago with the courtside Karen situation, just watching that, you go, that's LeBron James, public figure. Everybody knows who he is. And you still have this courtside Karen who just makes it seem like she's still superior to him. And when you talk about Black History Month, it's like
she was taking up for her husband. So
no, that situation.
Fuck her.
No, that situation.
Yeah, you know the thing about that.
She was taking up for her
The thing when I saw that situation, I was like, I automatically read race into it because it just felt that tinge. But it's like
Yeah, no.
I don't know that.
No.
I automatically, because that's the thing, you automatically just kind of feel it, but there's no proof that that's what happened. You know what I mean?
So the thing with her is her motive was different, bro. If you go to her Instagram page, she's a cloud chaser. That right there, I'm yelling at LeBron James. I'm going to get kicked out of a fucking Atlanta Hawks versus Lakers game. Yeah. Atlanta Hawks are going nowhere. Lakers, LeBron, yeah. The whole game, if you look at her story that day, she's looking at LeBron James in the huddle. She's watching him walk up and down the court, left and right. And then you go to her story, she's like, I got kicked out of a game. Dude, she was trying to win.
Well, she was 20-something, right? And
bro, she's trying to win.
She married a 60-year-old rich
dude. Look at her story, bro.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Look at her profile.
So it was a cloud chase.
A cloud chase.
It wasn't like a race thing.
That is like a blip in the road.
So
bro.
did you read race into it? Initially, I just felt it because you kind of automatically do, but I was like, there's more to it. It doesn't have to be.
Sometimes you got to check.
Yeah,
I can't not read race into damn near almost everything.
Why is that?
Brett Favre, the comments he's making right now about Deshaun Watson and the comments he's making. No, I'm serious. Like you think about this. How can you not equate race to the comments he's making?
But how irrelevant has he been in the last 10 years?
But he's trying to find relevancy, and it's killing me because it's like.
But what did he say about him?
He goes, man, I don't understand why he just doesn't play the game. I don't know what he's asking for too much money. Like these kids now
we're too rich to have an opinion.
They're too rich to have an yeah. So it's just like
I mean, did he say about Patrick Mahomes? Did he say it about Russell Wilson?
But they're not in the situation that Deshaun Watson's in.
It never gets brought up when a white player gets paid.
Oh,
it never gets brought up like that when a white player gets paid, bro. You don't have former players coming out the woodworks when a white player gets paid. And I could be wrong, but realistically, it always he didn't deserve that money.
People were judging Goff's contract.
Well, us,
because what have they proved?
So that's like the delicate balance, right? It's like you don't want to ignore racism, but then you don't also want to like read race into every single situation. It's like you walk down the street. Oh, somebody looks at you. Oh, did they look at me because I was black? Oh, maybe not. And that's what happens when you read race into everything. It's like, oh, because I used to live in a small town. It used to be like, oh, they're looking at me because I'm black. Or it would be, are they going out of their way to be nice to me because I'm black? And they're also secretly racist trying to cover it up. So it's like lose-lose situation, right?
You don't know. Catch-22.
You don't know. So it's kind of like, it's difficult to turn your radar on and off to decide when the situations are. I don't know. But I get what you're saying, because like even when the LeBron thing happened, like instantly it's kind of like kind of felt it a little bit, but then I looked at it and I kind of came to your conclusion that it was more of a cloud chase.
Yeah. But like what Io just said, like I work in beer,
right?
Heavily dominated by white, so like half the time, and I'm like sitting outside, I'm like, damn, dude, these people really like me, or is it because I'm black and they have to say that they like me? Otherwise, the reverse is they're racist.
Yeah, but doesn't it make any of you uneasy the fact that we have to highlight a month for just black people to let people know that we're actually people?
When was our George Floyd episode and our Black History episode?
Hold on.
Where I was like, yo, they got to start teaching that shit in schools and break it down into the curriculum. Where it was like in sports, they should probably highlight our black sports heroes, and in science, they should probably highlight like our black science heroes, and and things like that. Because like we've done so much shit in this world, air conditioners, bro, hair gels, motherfucking ice creams, peanut butters, you name it, bro. The list goes on and on.
I disagree with the idea that we have to have Black History Month to like remind people that we're people. A lot of white people fuck with black people, man. Like,
trust me, yes.
Like a very, very, very large number of white people fuck with black people. They're not racist. They're cool with us. So it's kind of like you got to separate it, man. Like I've never walked around my life and like there's been like I know that racist people exist. Like one thing we were talking about, I know that up north it's a lot different for me, and I bet I would have a different perspective when I was down south, for sure. But then I look at the people and I try to not like I want to separate the people who are in the south and in the north, right? I don't want to make it to where like I'm putting their sins like on top of me, because we don't want them to put us in the same category as, the quote unquote thugs or people who are committing murders and crimes, or like their stereotype. So I try to give people not even necessarily the benefit of the doubt. It's like, I don't even know you. I can't read your mind and know exactly what you're thinking. Yeah. So that's one thing where I get upset, is where like we're looking at every single white person and we're like trying to probe whether or not they're racist. Like some like you see them, they're posting, they're trying to talk to us, they're asking us how we feel. It's like, okay,
exactly.
If there are people who are quote unquote allies, I'm not going to fall into the belief that like you have this super deep hidden racism just because your skin is white. Like I don't buy that. Yeah.
Right.
I don't accept that.
And I agree with that too, because like half the time, no, not even half the time, 100% of the time when I'm taking these trips and I'm going to these different cities, different states, you know who the first people is to like ask me if I need a ride from the airport is? They're white. Literally, I kid you not. No black person has hit me up and said, yo, I'm gonna pick you up from the airport. They've all been white. Whether it's been LaGuardia, MCOs, Miami's, whatever it's coming from. But literally, I kid you not, they're all white. So I don't have this notion in my mind that I'm like thinking that all white people are racist or all cops are bad or whatever the case may be. But that percentage still fucks with me every day.
Yeah.
That percentage fucks with me.
Yeah, I agree with
you. So
go ahead. I was just real quick about the South thing. Like being from the South, I've said about how I definitely know the experience and the racism is different from down there to up here, but the vast majority of people that I interact with in the South aren't racist. You know, they're white. Like the majority of my friends white. Some of my closest friends white. So it like I definitely agree with you saying like I don't think that every white person is racist. I don't have that notion that, damn, that involved race. You did that because you're racist.
Right.
Maybe you just didn't like that person.
Right.
Like that,
yeah, and like just to go back to, this is one of the main parts or the main points I think of that movie American Skin. I don't think we need to, we need to harp on the kid getting shot and then the dad getting shot at the end. But one of the main parts was in the middle when they were doing that courtroom scene and all the people were talking back and forth. Like you got a part where the white cop is like, why wouldn't I pull you over for being two black guys driving that late at night? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the black guy's like, wait, like that is racist. You know what I'm saying? And then another white guy saying, no, that's the problem. You guys always bring it to race. Like all of that stuff in there, you got to watch it. I don't want to I can't say everything verbatim, but all of that shit is what I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't see color. It was a lot of shit. That's the kind of stuff I was talking about. Like, that's the kind of shit that hit me. I was like, damn, nigga, like you never have that conversation with people. But once you do, that's when people be like, oh shit, I didn't even realize it was like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it takes. You can't, if niggas is asleep, they sleep. But you have a chance to wake them up. but they never see your side until you tell them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what
That
Black
was the
History
same,
Month gives an opportunity to do. You know what I'm saying?
that was that same thing as saying like, oh, I'm not racist. My friends are black. Like,
Yeah, that's what that
Yeah,
was.
he said that
that's
too.
exactly what
Yeah.
it was. Like,
But see, when people say I don't see color, that shit legitimately pisses me off.
so what are you
Why?
calling me?
Why?
You're calling me a color.
Because
Why though?
because it sounds stupid. Because
That's
you
why
do see color.
Yeah, that's why
That's
I never
why
use the term people of color.
That's why his response was like, "So are you colorblind?" You know what I mean? Because it's one of those
Yeah.
things where it's like, "Hey man, bro, I know you are black.
See,
I've
here-
established that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it sounds so.
You know what people mean when they say they don't see color? It doesn't mean that they literally don't tell that you're black. It just means that they're not using it as a criteria to judge you, right? There are certain people there's certain levels of people like where I interact with them where some of them I could tell that they're not being racist, but like they're kind of like fighting to like be like amicable and normal with you.
Yeah.
And I've been with some white people who like doesn't matter. Like they'll walk into a party full of black people and feel completely at home.
Yeah.
That type of person, they don't see color. They just like one of my old bosses was like that. He was like super progressive, like, and it was just in his bones. Where like he literally just treated everyone the same, and like that's an area I feel like we want to
I'm
get
gonna say
to.
something that's gonna
mean?
fuck all you guys up. So Dino mentioned it a while ago with with G about going to a club and seeing black people and how we move different. I feel like when I'm in a crowd, if the black people that I'm around aren't with the people that I came with, or the people that are in my family, I feel like I'm uneased. I don't know if that's because I lived in Rochester for so fucking long that I've literally become accustomed to thinking like, damn, man, I feel like some shit's about to jump off if I'm around too many black people or too many people that are not this like-minded like me.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me to think about because like my fucking notion of thinking has been shifted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, us growing up, going to things like that where it's like predominantly black. Say someone died and the families different sides of the family get together at the park.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a fight.
It's gonna be a fight.
So
Definitely.
just like,
Dude,
so
I went to a
it's-
black
it
high
happens.
school. It was a fight every fucking day.
So that's just trained in us that.
Like I went to a white high school. It was 5 fights a day. What you mean?
99% of the time it happens.
You went to school in
that
Crenshaw.
No, South Central.
No, I didn't.
Anywhere you would go,
Same thing.
anywhere you would go, if it was a couple dozen black people, somebody's
Somebody's
gonna
gonna
jump
happen.
off
Something's gonna
eventually,
happen.
easily, every single time.
You know, and
without
that's
fail.
why when I don't want to justify it, but when like white people make that notion, like, oh my God, all black people are scary to me. I understand it, but it still doesn't like make it okay.
I can assure you, I'm uneasy.
Yeah,
around
what's
a whole bunch
crazy
of white
though
people.
is like,
Oh, trust me, if I'm around a whole bunch of white
what's
people,
crazy is like that comes from like our experience, like you said. Like we go to, I remember the shifts because we were going to all black parties. Them shits were getting shot up,
right?
but you would go because the chicks is twerking, lights is off, you can bag one if you want, but it was always a shooting. You know what I'm saying? Every time. And then I remember the shift because me and the homie Ike was like, yo, we gotta start fucking with these white people, bro. So
Ain't
we
no
started
shooting.
going to white parties, and now they just drink differently. But if you notice, those white people weren't at that black party, so they shouldn't have any justification of that. Like we've been through that. We've been to those parties where they get shot up.
Yeah.
G wasn't at those parties, and G moves a little different. I can't really use him, but like my white homies ain't never been to those type of parties. You know what I'm saying? Like they grew up going to the white parties doing what are they called? Handstand kegs, where the fuck that shit is?
Cocaine.
Yeah, if you didn't grow up in that
Cocaine.
environment, yeah, exactly.
Keg stands, not cocaine.
If you didn't grow up in that environment, you wouldn't go to those fucking parties either. It's not
That's what
normal.
I'm saying.
It's just not normal. It's normal to us, but that's just not normal, dude.
Yeah.
Going to a party where somebody might die, that's just not normal.
But that's
Right,
why.
right.
But that's
Well,
why.
they might die from shooting, not alcohol.
That's why I see. That's why I see
It's not
color.
normal.
I can connect with how people move because we've said it all. If white people do some shit, we go white people shit.
But what do you want? That's what I
Or
always.
them with some niggas.
That's for niggas.
So
I
let
wanted
it go
to
back
address-
to
Yeah, I wanted to
What do
address
you
you're
want?
saying. Like if you have a problem with like a white person saying, I don't see color, but then a cop shoots an unarmed black guy and shoots another unarmed black guy, black woman, whatever, and we're saying, don't shoot us. Say cops started shooting everybody, unarmed everybody. Cops like, I don't see color. I shoot any and everybody. Would you be okay with that?
What? I mean,
Or if is that so? That's what I'm saying. So if the cop was like, I don't see color, I treat everybody the same.
no, I mean,
everybody.
I get the concept of it. Like, I just think when I say that, I'm saying just be honest with yourself, because you can all say you don't see color, but just be honest. If a black person does something, you're instantly gonna be like, well, that's just those.
What do you want? See, but one question I want to ask is like, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to say that they do see it? Do you want them to like? Is it going to make you feel more comfortable that they admit their biases to you? That's one thing I've always wondered. Is like, oh, you have these hidden biases.
I would take that.
What if they were like
anything?
So in the movie American Skin, it literally has said, "I pulled you over." When it got to the point, he literally said, "I pulled you over because you're a black and white neighborhood."
Guys, yep. At that time
and you're in a shitty car, and you're driving through this neighborhood.
Yeah, I want to hear that first. I don't want no beating around the bush. I don't want no motherfucking cryptic messages. I want you to know why you're here when you're here.
Like we have biases.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we survive. Like you have to be aware. Like if I go down the street and there's 3 black dudes with hoods on the stoop, nigga, I'm gonna be weary. You know what I'm saying? Same thing if it's 3 white dudes, I'm gonna be weary. Like nigga, I'm outnumbered regardless. I grew up around Mexicans. Like I understand. Like nigga, if it's 7 of them, go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the way I've been
aware.
The way I've been trained, if it's 3 white dudes, I'm gonna still walk the way I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna take them all.
That's what I'm saying. I lived in a different situation. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got down.
But that's exactly what I'm getting at, though. It's just one of those things where it's just like, just live your truth. You know what I'm saying? Like just call it what it is. I'm the exact same way, bro. If I see a group of whatever, it doesn't matter what they are. I notice it. I acknowledge it for what it is, bro. Like you don't have to get down to the nitty gritty for the person to actually admit the fact that, yeah, this is the reason why I pulled you over. Just call a spade, bro. That's all. That's all.
One thing is like with one thing I think we have to figure out is we have to articulate what we actually want. Because you know what happens with a lot of white people, I feel like they're walking on eggshells, bro. They don't know know what to say. They don't know if to be too sensitive to you, or if they want to, or that might be they're coddling you. They don't want to be insensitive to you. They were like, oh, do I treat you not racist by pretending race doesn't exist, or do I treat you not racist by super talking about race? If you super talk about race, it might offend somebody like Io. It might be cool somebody like Tim. It might affect Monte different. It might affect Dino differently. It's kind of like we gotta
but it
articulate what we want to.
It goes back to like
right?
remember growing up where don't say nothing. It goes back to like if you had if you was dating a white shorty, right, and then we've all been through it. The white shorty starts acting black. Then you start going, hey, shorty, why are you wearing baby fat? You know what I'm saying? Why does that have to be black though? Why your voice changing?
No, that didn't happen to me.
Yeah,
because you didn't grow up where we grew up. Like that was the thing. Like
I didn't grow up like that either.
Once again, Tio, remember how we grew up where
I had a white shorty like that.
The white shorties, all of a sudden they start rocking the baby fat. They start rocking and they start talking different. And then you like, see, they didn't grow up with this. Bruh. Hobbs.
Man, trust me, Tim.
I've been culture shocked like 35 times living in Rochester. But
can I tell you something? My left leg going numb because the heat is not on this motherfucker, and I'm freezing.
Yeah, we got about 5-10 minutes left, so we can do some parting thoughts.
Right. So no. I want to get to the giveaway.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
I want to get into the giveaway, and I want to get into like actual real supporter who shows up and actually has face-to-face conversations with me week in, week out, every time.
T-Row?
So Monte, I'm gonna shake this up and give it a
damn.
Drop one.
Cheating already.
Monte, for the winner of the first giveaway from 5 Mike's Pod.
D Norris, aye.
Newts, Nutez. So if you're listening to this, Newts, you just won.
We'll do a clip too. Yeah, throw up a clip.
Yeah, we'll throw up a clip. Yeah, you just won. So congratulations, man. Hit the button.
Nope. Anyway.
No. But for real though, I do want to give a shout out to one of my friends, Kelly, who shows up to Forger Brewery every weekend, every week. You know, actually supports local. And has really, really good things to say. I want her to get a sit down with Io because I feel like they'll be really intellectual. She works at Mayo Clinic, so like
a very intellectual conversation.
So you saying we niggas?
No, she had something to say last week when he had touched on the FBI's and like the conspiracies of the terroristic threats.
Oh yeah.
Aya went in on that.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, I got this to say. How about this? How about this? I'll show you a message later. But literally, like, I want to give her a shout out too, personal.
Cool.
So congratulations.
That's an extra 15% on too.
Newts, Nutz, Newts. Our first giveaway. That's
You sure it's not
big,
nudes?
All right, Dino.
Send nudes.
Run the clock out real quick. Actually, well, everyone, we have enough time for a few parting thoughts. Me, congratulations, Tim, my boy. Welcome to the Dad Squad.
My pop smoke.
We'll welcome you to the brethren. It's a beautiful
Can't tell the
thing.
difference. Appreciate you, bro.
I'm gonna get somebody to knock up tonight. I need some congratulations.
All right, that's your end statement. Mine is stay up and pray.
I can shoot you from here.
My bad. Live your freedom.
Stole my whole fucking flow, word for word, bar for bar.
Oh god.
You gotta get that drop.
He said he's knocking somebody up tonight. So Dino.
I'm knocked up.
All right, run off the clock, PG. Let's close this shit.
Well, first of all, who you guys got in the Super Bowl? That's Sunday.
Tom Brady.
I think that the Chiefs are going to pull what the Seahawks did in the Broncos a couple years back. It's going to be like a bloodbath.
I cannot compete against Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, man.
I'm not betting against Pat Mahomes.
It's going to be 28-3 without the comeback.
Dude, I can't
outta
compete
here.
against Tom Brady at home.
All right, so we got 2 and 2.
Mahomes.
Yeah, what you got?
Mahomes.
Oh, I can break the tie. Let's go with the young one. Let's go with the young
We'll
one.
do Mahomes.
The young goat.
Dude, I just came from down there. They are prepared, bro. They are prepared.
They're ready. They're
I look
ready.
at them down. They are prepared, bro. They're
Hey,
not going home
But
empty-handed.
if Tom Brady wins, you know how surprised I would be? 0.00%.
It don't matter how much you need to be.
Do you know what they
surprised.
say
The
about
goat.
Do you know what they say about history repeating itself?
Bro, Tom Brady is the most savage
listen,
motherfucker.
let me hit you guys
ever.
on the
The
head.
Chiefs won last.
I'm gonna hit you guys on the
What the
head
fuck are you
about how.
talking about?
See, that's how stupid you motherfuckers are. Listen,
Wait.
Ooh.
you remember when Sean King was
you call me
running the
Dick
Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Listen. I got a football head in here. Remember when Sean King was running the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
The quarterback.
Did they win?
No,
What happened when Brad Johnson came in?
they won.
Thank you.
'Cause of
Tom Brady.
defense?
Thank you. Defense has gotten better. Thank you.
Hold on.
It's the same thing.
We cannot end it on that.
No, we got to end it on that.
We can't
gotta
end it
end
on
it on
that.
that.
3% battery left.
That
Dude,
makes
they
Hey,
went
look.
from 12 to 3%
All right.
so fast.
I know.
These niggas all standing up. Y'all about to freestyle battle? What's going on?
We gotta
act like that made sense.
No, it did not. No, I'm cutting all that shit out.
Every
But look,
year.
all right.
He made
Thank
zero
you guys
sense.
for tuning in. Yeah,
Man,
zero,
perfect.
bro. That was terrible as fuck. So we'll see you on Sunday.
You're a basketball guy, man.
Yeah, that analogy.
Nigga, no, I'm not.
What you're talking about. The battery's running out.
Um,
And you're intellectual, man.
For real.
You don't know sports.
For real.
I got a party to get to. Get me
Hey,
out of
man,
here.
go.
God damn. This nigga won't shut up. God damn. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 28 of 5 Mics Podcast. At 5 the number MICS pod on the gram. As always, stay up and pray up to your days up. We out here.